So John Cunliffe dropped a massive report this week, his final one after reviewing the state of the water industry. The SMF actually contributed to this review. We said that going forward, the water industry needed to be fairer, giving more relief to vulnerable customers and should tackle water poverty. And Cunliffe agreed with us. He's called for a national social tariff, that is, a consistently applied bill discount for those who need it most. So even as he admits that bills need to rise to make up for decades of underinvestment, they can't just rise for everyone across the board. So which social tariff should the government go with? Well, in our briefing, in the shape of social tariff, we outlined 6 options that they could choose from. The first option is a bill cap. It's very straightforward. A household's water bill cannot rise above a certain amount. This would make bills more affordable, but does nothing to stop people from wasting water. Next, a discount based on income. In theory, this would give households who are most in need the most support. But the data sharing that's needed between HMRC and the water companies can make this quite tricky. Third, a fixed discount. This is where the whole bill is reduced by a certain percentage. This is the most common way of delivering a social tariff, and it's easy to implement, but it would only be moderately effective at demand reduction. Fourth option is a split discount. In this case, only part of the bill is discounted. For instance, a certain amount of water is classed as essential usage. Households would still get the discount, but it would help to save water. Fifth is having a separate modified tariff. A house on a social tariff will pay a lower rate for every unit of water they consume. It will be effective at affordability and demand reduction, but having 2 separate price structures could cause an administrative headache. Sixth, and finally, is a discount contingent on consumption. For example, the discount is applied as long as a household does not use more than a certain amount of water. This would be a win for demand reduction, but it could seriously struggle with affordability if it doesn't account for factors like household size, additional needs, and medical usage. For achieving both affordability and lower water usage, we favour options 4 and 5. They can also quite easily be paired with a rising block tariff, but more on that in part 3.